Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm back. I feel like it's been so long since I've filmed any sort of video on this channel. I recently did my Iceland vlog, which if you haven't seen that yet, check it out. It's been so long and I've missed doing this, and I've refound my love for YouTube again, so I'll be definitely creating more videos, which is great. But this is basically a favourites video, so this is my favourites from the last year, but also my current favourites, what's in my kit. If you don't know, I have a job as a makeup artist, so I'm a freelance makeup artist, but I also work with the BBC doing TV makeup and presenting makeup, and I'm also doing a lot more set work. So a lot of my my kit is a lot more skin finish HD style makeup look, which I absolutely love. A lot of you have been asking for my favourite products, makeup products, lip products, face products, favourite foundations, mascaras, what I use on the presenters, what I would recommend to them, and everything is in this video. So if you want to keep watching and find out my favourites, then keep watching. The first thing I'm going to do is prep my skin. I'm going to use the Elemis Soothing Apricot Toner just to spritz over my face, because I find the makeup goes on a lot better when you have damp skin. So I've been loving this Elemis Apricot Toner. It just smells incredible. If you can hear stuff outside, by the way, I'm so sorry, I don't know what's going on. If you haven't heard about the Weleda Skin Food as a moisturiser slash primer hybrid over the last 2 years, I'd say, from makeup artists, then where have you been? Oh my god, it's the most incredible sticky primer that adheres to makeup really well, and it makes it long lasting. It also gives this unbelievable like inner glow. I never ever use highlighter if I use this underneath as a base, because this is just so glowy. If you're not into this, or if you've got oily skin, I would not recommend this product to you. But honestly, like, absolutely amazing. It smells incredible, and it's a really lovely thick primer, and I love something that sticks to makeup as I've got really severely dry skin. Also, the price point of this is incredible. I'm going to start with doing my brows first, and this has been a favourite for the last maybe a couple of months actually. This is the Morphe Micro Brow Pencil in the colour Cold Brew. I've got every shade, I think, for my kit, but I absolutely love this shade in particular. I do tint them, but they do tend to go on the like lighter side. I am all about undertones when it comes to brow products. Like, it needs to be the perfect undertone. For some reason, blonde products on the high street always have like these orangey yellow undertones, which is just not for me. As you can see, the difference already is absolutely incredible. I just love the undertone of this. It's not too warm, it's not too cool. It's sort of like slightly more on the cooler edge, and I absolutely love it. Also, the applicator is so small, which you can get like these really nice tiny hair strokes. I will link all the products down below, by the way, if you are wondering and you want to get your hands on any of them. For brow gels, I have two favourites. This is the Benefit 24-hour brow setter in clear, which I absolutely love, and then this I've decanted into a smaller pot, but this is the VO5 gel setting hair gel, whatever it is. I'll link it down below. Honestly, it is so good. It's the, yeah, Got To Be Brow Glue. It's so good if you want that like soap brow sort of effect, but if you want them a little bit more fluffier, which is what I'm going to go with today, I absolutely love this Benefit 24-hour brow setter. It's so good for more of like a fluffy sort of brow rather than a like a stuck to your face soap brow. I always put the micro brow pencil in beforehand, but as you can see, I don't know if you can see, there's some residue. So I just like to take a cotton pad just in half and just wipe, make sure that there is no brow gel or any spillage of that micro brow pencil onto my skin. I haven't really been concealing my underbrow too much lately. I have been just priming them and patting them, which I'm going to show you now. This is the P. Louise base, the Ultimate Blank Canvas Rumour 2. It's a really good shade because it has pinky undertones to it to cancel out any blue veins, and I've got so many blue veins on my eyelids. So I take a small amount of it, and I'm just using a Peaches and Cream PC50 brush, and instead of like carving it out, I'm kind of just working it up slowly. I just basically want to colour correct my eyelids. Very thin, sparse layer. See like the subtle difference? It just makes the eye pop. My skin's not been doing too great recently, so I've just been Trying to use minimum less but better, basically, is my motto. This bottle I have barely touched. I only use the tiniest amount because it's such full coverage, but it's really handy to have. This is the Nude Sticks All Over Face Colour, so you can use it for so many different ways. This is the shade Bondi Bay, and what I'm going to do, it kind of looks like this, so it's a kind of warmer toned contour. I love it for my face, but I'm also going to start using it for my creases as well, just to build up some extra layers so that it lasts a bit longer. Loving this makeup brush. This is the Morphe M573, and I've got 2 of these brushes and I really love them, how you can get right into the crease because they're tapered at the top. I'm going to take the tiniest little bit of that and then I'm going to just build it into the crease. Love these sticks, they're so versatile. I've got 4 in my kit, but they're really versatile. You can use them in so many different ways: contour, body, bronzer. Gives this really nice skin finish, and it also isn't hard to blend out. Huda Beauty and stuff, I love the Tantal contour. I love the colour of it and I love how it blends, but I'm sorry Huda, but you just so overpriced for the amount of product you give in your products. Like, it's so expensive for like the tiniest amount of product. I want something that lasts a long time. I don't want to keep having to buy it, especially being a makeup artist. I'm going to take the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Dark. You might think that this is a really like too dark for my skin tone. I know I'm super pale at the moment. I usually tan, but we're having a pale day today and it's not fun, but we'll deal with it. So I'm just gonna actually pop that over the top of that Bondi Bay cream, and that's just gonna stick to it really well. And I'm gonna create like a deep crease. For blue eyes, I will always go for like a warmer orangey tone eyeshadow. I absolutely love it. For like my presenters, when I'm working in TV, I use the Skin Finishes just because they, especially for HD makeup, it gives a lot more of a skin-like finish. And if you're into makeup that doesn't look like makeup on the skin, then the Skin Finish range is so beautiful. I'll be talking about this product a bit more later, but this is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish in the shade 1. Just going to take the same brush and I'm just going to go over my eyes with that just to set anything that hasn't got that bronzy colour on. Everyone who knows me knows that I love this brush. This is the Zoeva Wing Liner 317 brush. I don't know if you can see how angled that is and how thin it is as a brush. Oh my god, you can get the most crazy amazing wing liners with this, and to combo it I like to use the Inglot gel liner. This is in the black. I think they have a brown one as well, which I really want to get. I'm gonna kind of tilt it to the side and just create like a shape that I want. This is literally my holy grail. I'm going to do the other side. So that was incredibly fast. Honestly, that combo is so affordable. This liner is so good as well. It's stayed really creamy for such a long time, but if you needed to kind of spruce it up a bit more, then I would highly recommend the Inglot Duraline as well, which actually makes it a lot more liquidy, and it can also make any of your like lipsticks or your eyeshadows into a really lovely liner as well. When it comes to mascaras, I have been loving, there's one that's been like standing out to me really. This is the NARS Extreme Mascara in Climax Extreme Mascara in Uncensored Black. Watch how quickly it gives me that like false lash effect now. So the brush applicator is quite chunky. It's chunky boy. It gives more mascara quicker. And when I'm working on clients, I want that false lash effect fast. So I've got lash lift as well, and I tend to feel like this works really nicely with it because it kind of coats every single lash. So I'm just going to look down and just apply a couple of coats onto my lashes. It separates the lashes as well, but it also gives that false lash effect, which is exactly what I like in mascara. So I'm going to move on to base now. There's a standout foundation for me in particular, which is the NARS Radiant Foundation. Yeah, I'm probably going to be Fiji at the moment because of my skin tone. It's an absolutely amazing foundation. I love the consistency of it. It's buildable, medium buildable to full coverage. It can cover spots, but it can also give you a lighter sort of summer base coverage as well, but not too light. It's more of a medium to full coverage. I love how it gives a radiance underneath the skin. I actually sometimes use this on oil-based clients as well, and I just powder the shit out of them after, and it works still like a dream, still giving them a bit of a radiance, but also hydrating them from within. The Airbrush Flawless Foundation is amazing for like acne-prone skin or anyone who's got severe redness and spots. Like sometimes I use this foundation on the centre of my nose because I get a lot of redness here, sometimes breakouts. I also really do like this. If I haven't used the Weleda underneath that Skin Food, I do love to use this as well on like highlighted points of my cheeks, the Flawless Filter by Charlotte Tilbury in medium. For now, I'm just going to use the NARS. I'm going to go into the areas I want the most coverage first and then work out from there. My skin's not doing so well at the moment. I've got quite a lot of redness going on. I'm doing big January, so I don't know if it's something to do with that, or maybe it's just my hormones in general. They've been really crazy over the last couple of days. As you can see, like, it's just covered that redness straight away. But I also really love applying it with a brush as well. The Peaches Makeup PC04 brush. I'll link it down below. It is incredible as a brush if you prefer like a brush applicator. But if I've got extra time on my hands, I will always use a sponge. You can see some redness here coming through, but this will be covered by concealer in a bit. This concealer from Too Faced, Born This Way. It's the multi-use sculpting concealer. You can use these as contour as well, which I've seen, but I haven't done it myself. This is the shade Vanilla, which I think it's going to be a bit too dark, but what I'm going to do is use 2 shades of concealer. I'm going to use this for any sort of areas I kind of want a bit more coverage. The best one for me consistently over the years is the IT Cosmetics by Under Eye Full Coverage Anti-Aging Waterproof Concealer. It literally does everything it says on the tin, and I cannot believe that something can be like this. I'm going to use my fingers just because they're nice and warm and it's going to help melt all the products together. So I'm going to just take a little bit of this. This is in the shade, I think it's light to medium, and I'm just going to dot that into any areas. Like, you need the tiniest amount of this. I like to just make sure there's a heavy amount around my nose. The reason I've gone back and forth by using fingers, using brushes, but I find the more you use your fingers, the better and the more likely it's going to look natural into your skin. I'm going to take the Laura Mercier powder and the Charlotte Tilbury powder. This might be a bit extreme. This is amazing powder, translucent powder from Laura Mercier. Just going to take the tiniest little bit on here, and then I'm going to take my sponge, just set my under eyes with the loose powder. You can see, look at the difference. Oh my God, it just dries. It works so nicely with powder. Can you see that? See the difference? It just gives like this airbrush under eye sort of look. And then I'm just going to take a little bit around my smile lines as well. And then anywhere I don't really particularly want shine. So usually that's in the center of my eyebrows. That stick, again, I'm going to be using it for my contour. I would recommend either using your fingers or a sponge just to build it up slowly rather than putting lines on your face, because this will give you a more natural sort of look. And then I'm also going to use the nude sticks in Sweet Peach Peony, which is sort of like, it also comes with a brush by the way, which is really handy, but I never use that. Which is this one. It's like a glowy peachy colour. I'm going to use my fingers. Just going to take that on the highest points of my cheeks. This gives a more like sheen sort of look as well. They do a few different shades as well, but this is probably one of my favourite shades. I'm going to take the Skin Mineralized Finish in Dark, a tiny little bit. I'm going to just brush over that contour with a really fluffy brush, just so it's not too precise. Just going to set that in so that if I'm wearing a mask today, it's not going to go indent into my skin. Charlotte Tilbury powder. I'm going to dust it all over my face just to set everything in place. It also helps set the under eyes really well as well. I'm just going to set my face with my all-time favourite setting spray. This is the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray, my favourite one. The best purchase I've ever bought. This is from Amazon. It just dries everything really quickly. It's like to take the Double Protection Mascara DHC mascara, and I'm just gonna wiggle some colour onto the bottom lashes. For bottom lashes, I like a thinner wand, and I think this is such an amazing mascara for the bottom lashes. This is the lip liner from Kevyn Aucoin, which is a sort of like a muted rose, neutral pinky tone. And this is in Undressed, and it is meant to be the same colour as your lips, your natural lips. Basically, Kevyn Aucoin, he didn't make these lip liners in mind of thinking that two-tone different lip liner. He wanted it to be a bit more on the natural side, and this is great for if you want a fuller lip but without it looking like the lip liner is a complete different colour to your lips. It takes a lot more time to build up, which I prefer because I can add as much as I want to the lips. I have been using the Kevyn Aucoin Lip Shine in Suspicious, and it comes in a really lovely packaging, and this is the sort of colour. It's more of like a neutral rose colour. It gives a shine and you don't need a lot, and it gives this perfect sort of nude lip, and that is it. That is literally all my favourites in one makeup look. My hair is mental at the moment. I'm going to zoom you out just a little bit. So yeah, that is pretty much the face at the moment. Those are all my favourites. If you want to see any more of these videos, if you want me to do a skincare favourites or a hair care favourites or what's inside my kit, do let me know because I'm back up and running on this channel, so make sure you subscribe for more content. If you want to see and you want links to any of these products, go to the description box down below, and I will see you in the next video.